Sorry about that. Someone wants some attention. So I give you the messages. You have free will. You do with the message what you will. You listen, don't listen, it's perfectly okay. Also, if this does not resonate with you, just move it along. Go to a different channeler, a different card reader, because this might not be your message. This might not be what you're going through right now. And that's okay. And I might not be your cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay. I do have different people that I recommend, channelers, card readers, things like that. You can always look in the description box below and see if there's someone there that you might, have more of a kingship with. And that's perfectly okay. I want you to get the message that you need at the right time. And it doesn't matter where it comes from. Just have discernment in the message and the messenger. Okay. So let me just bring this up. It's my dog. I'm so sorry about that, but he's very needy right now. He hasn't been feeling well. All right. So one of the things that I did get was the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords signifies endings and painful endings. And this has to do with your situationship. I don't call it a relationship because it's not a relationship. The word that came into mind when I was reading the cards and writing things down for my soul team was situationship. This is a situationship. It's up to you if you want to continue with it. You have free will. But this situationship has run its course. It is not going anywhere. Okay, Leo? It's time for it to end. Once the situationship ends, once you decide that enough is enough, new opportunities will come through. Now, does that mean that, you'll end it and tomorrow things will start happening? No. You still have to have your time of mourning. You still have to have your time of what were my lessons? What did I go through? Why did I go through this? Why did I go ahead? And why did I need this extra lesson? So you still need to process, you still need to grieve, you still need to go through all of the steps. But once you are ready and once you are aligned to that higher timeline, to where it is that you want to be, then those opportunities will present themselves for you. Now, I also got, and I felt like there's a woman at work, and I got the Empress upside down. Be careful. This person is, you know, is not there for your best and highest good. And if this is someone that you confide in and give them information, you're just arming them with information. Don't give them any information. Use your intuition. You know this. This is a person that when you say something to her, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that to her. Oh, why did I open my mouth? Don't do it. And it could be a man in more of a that's more on their feminine side as well, because I feel it as a female. So it could also be a man that is more in tune with their feminine. It could be a gay guy. You never know, because they're more in tune with their feminine side as well. All right. So be careful at work. All right. I also got the Ten of Cups, which is in your future, what you're bringing towards you. Now remember, if you are still in the situationship and you refuse to move forward from that situationship, this is a moot point. This is for someone who is ready to move forward, ready to move out of the situationship. All right. So we have the Ten of Cups, which is harmony and which is love. This is manifesting true love, manifesting happiness. You have the rainbow with the 10 cups and a man and a woman, looking at the rainbow and celebrating. This is celebration, happiness. But if you decide to stay in the situationship, it's just going to take longer. Remember, the universe has something better for you, something that you couldn't even imagine for yourself. Okay. And with saying that, one of the things I did want to go over is some of the messages from Source. I did put a video out 2 days ago with messages from Source, and Source wants us to know and understand that we need to be in total love with ourselves. We need to be unapologetic, unconditionally, passionately in love with ourselves. In being that in love with yourself, is when you will remember Source and remember the love the Source has for you. Once that happens, once you are so in love with yourself, People are only going to do one of two things. They're either going to raise themselves to your vibration to meet you at your vibration, or they're going to have to walk away. So be so in love with yourself that people that are no longer vibing at your level just walk away from you. No drama, no situationships, nothing else. Just walk away. I wonder what happened to that person. Okay, so that's just one of the messages from Source from 2 days ago. It is on my YouTube channel, just like this video will be on my YouTube channel. And just go back and you should watch that video. We did have some mini reads at the end as well. It was a live feed. Now, with the health check, the only thing that came up was your heart and sexual organs. Now, with your heart, if you do have a heart condition, if you have been having issues with the heart, palpitations, things like that, get it checked out. It's never a bad thing to get it checked out. Even if the doctor tells you, you're just stressed out or anything like that. But it's better to be safe than sorry. And I understand you might not want to take medication or anything like that. I'm not a medicine type person. Uh, I'm more of, holistic, you know, keeping my stress down, things like that. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't give medical advice, but it's better to be safe than be sorry. And then we have the sexual organs, which is also part of your root chakra. So your root chakra is right now not where it needs to be. So you have to get that back focused along with your heart chakra. With the sexual organs, make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are exercising. Make sure that you are taking spa days, that you are, going out and you're saying, you know what, I'm getting my hair done. I'm getting my nails done. Guys can get their nails done too, getting your toenails done. Take better care of yourself, not just spiritually, but physically as well and mentally. So that's one of the things that Source was saying, that we need to take better care of ourselves. And in the way that we take care of ourselves shows how much we love ourselves. Okay. All right. So right now I'm going to move the book over. The first deck that they wanted me to use was the Repair and Evolution and Growth deck. And that, I think, it's going to be the same deck for all of the readings that we're going to start with, because it's going to help us with that evolution and the repair that we have to do and letting things go out of our life. Okay, guys? So, Leo, okay, I'm going to put you down, sweetheart, because I can't carry you the whole time if you're going to keep getting up. Just stay under the seat. All right, so what does Leo need to know, team? What does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know for July? What does Leo need to know? Oh, he's more calm now. Thank you, guys, for being patient. What does Leo need to know? Old conditioning and release. So this has to do with your situationship as well. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame and shame and guilt need to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry, and unload what has been weighing you down. And for some of you, this could be even things that happened to you when you were a kid. So at some point in time in your life, you are going to need to let go of these things, because holding on to them, and when you hold on to them, it gets you into victimhood mentality of woe is me, this happened to me, this is why I'm like this, the way that I am, and so on and so on and so on. And this can also hold you back from what the universe has for you and from what you really want in your life. You can manifest anything that you want. Just remember that words are spells. So don't curse yourself before you manifest. All right? Be grateful, be in gratitude for everything that happens, even the delays, even when you forget something. If I forget something and I have to go back home, the thing that I say is, thank you so much, universe, for the fact that I forgot that and I'm going back home to get this, because you probably saved me from a car accident. Or you probably saved me from being stuck in traffic for an hour. So I always see it as the glass is half full. I never see it as the glass is half empty. There's no point in that. And when you see it as the glass is half empty and you start cursing and everything else, you've already cursed your day. You've already ruined your day. Okay, guys? You can't curse your day and then start manifesting positive thoughts. You have to take a breath, take a moment, Okay, why is this happening? What is the lesson I need to learn? Let me have gratitude. Okay, and it does take work to get to that level. And it's okay if you mess up. Just remember to make sure that you stop and say, no, I don't want that karmic cycle. I don't want that karmic debt on me. Let's erase that out of my vocabulary. I never said that. And then move forward, okay, with positive thoughts and actions and words. Distorted view and perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. And what I'm hearing is you don't think that you're worthy of love. You don't think you're worthy of the love that you believe is kind of like soulmate or twin flame. Why? We're all worthy of that. All of us are. But right now, what you have to do once you get out of the situationship is love yourself as if you were the soulmate. You are the twin flame. Love yourself in that form. Because when you love yourself in that form, then you will attract that mirror image. Right now, the mirror image that you're going to attract is the same broken ass soul that you have. Okay, it's going to be the same mentality of I'm not worthy. And when you feel not worthy, guess what? You attract a narcissist because they know that you feel that you're not worthy. So they're going to show you you're not worthy. Okay, again, you have free will. You take the message as you want. But these are the things that you do have to take care of before you can manifest anyone into your life. Choosing to heal yourself brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. And then we have decisions in fear and control. Some decisions and choices that you have made are based on fear and not heart-centered. Fear is your ego wanting control. Take a step back and make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. I love it when cards come out that actually confirm what I was just saying. This is what I was just saying. Your ego wants to control the situation, so they will make fear-based choices. So, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to cursing your day or being in that situationship or believing that you are not worthy. It's that little voice in your head that tells you, who do you think you are? Why do you think you deserve this? Well, of course I deserve it. The sheer act of me being here on this planet, I know I deserve it. The fact that I said yes to come down into this planet and incarnate, I am worth it. So you have to be unapologetically, unconditionally, unwavering in love with yourself. You're able make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. Then you will be able to see the truth of the best choice with a calm and centered manner. What else does Leo need to know? Okay, what else does Leo need to know? I know I'm like very zen and very serene, guys, and that's how I actually want my messages to come through. I don't want to be like all over the place and things like that because I believe that these messages that need to come to you, you need to have them in a calm manner because a lot of people will be triggered. People that are not ready to hear this message are going to get triggered, are going to get upset. When you get triggered, take a step back. Ask yourself, why does this trigger me? What is going on in my heart, in my soul, that this is triggering me? When you go to sleep at night, ask your soul team, can you give me clarity on this situation? Why was this message so triggering to me? Because the fact that you are triggered for this message has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you and your soul and what you have been through in your life and your perspective. Okay. So a lot of times I like to say, your being triggered is not my responsibility. It's your responsibility to figure it out. Time to evolve, decisions. So this is the soul telling you it's time for you to evolve. This is your higher self telling you, hey, it's time to get there. It's time to move on. Your higher self is waiting for you. It is not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective, that you choose much of this before you incarnate into this world, is needed. This releases the victimhood. Wow. I can't make this up, guys. I love the confirmation. I say something about it and confirmation comes through in the cards. This is how you know whether or not a reader is really in tune with spirit and in tune with the people that are going to hear this message, guys. Have discernment. That you choose much of this before you incarnate. That's what's needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. You must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. So, one thing that I wanted to get out of the way, we have all been brainwashed into believing that we have to suffer, that suffering is the only pathway to heaven or to God. This is a lie. This is a lie created by religion, by the patriarchy. We do not need to suffer. It is our divine right to be in happiness, to be in love, to be ecstatic about everything that's going on in our lives. I try to be happy all the time. If it's something that's out of my control, I'm not going to get upset about it. I very rarely get upset about things. Very, very rarely. It's like it's gotten so small that I have to think about, like, when was the last time I really was pissed off about something? My thing is, you know what? It is what it is. It's not something I can control. I can only control what I do. And when it's something that I do, I take a step back and this is what I do. Okay, so what was the lesson here? What did I need to learn? I understand that when I came to this world, I chose my parents, I chose my family, I chose my friends, I chose my situations, I chose the lessons that I needed to learn. So in understanding that, gives me a clear picture of everything that has gone on in my life, because life happens for us and not to us. I know this is a lot of information for you guys, but I really want you guys to understand that, especially right now in this mass awakening with everything that's going on, we have a choice to either be in 5D, to move forward, to move up, or to stay in the 3D, in the suffering and in that mental fog of being brainwashed into something that isn't true. So it's your choice. One more card. Oh, this is too many cards. So this is the one card that fell out, but I want one more card from this deck before I move on to the Inner Child Oracle, because that was one. Oh, they gave me 3 cards. Wow. Okay. So let's see. The first one that fell out was better boundaries and communication. Creating boundaries requires self-love. Self-love, guys. It is a privilege to be in your circle. It is a privilege for someone to be around you. You are a privilege. Treat yourself like that so that you do not become someone's doormat. Okay? And self-love and discipline. It is not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It is about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact, because you're going to have people that are not going to be happy and you're going to have people that are going to be triggered. The trigger is their responsibility. It is not yours. Don't feel bad about it. Full circle completion. You have chosen to learn from your mistakes and move forward, closing out the cycles. Every layer of yourself you acknowledge is a layer that served its purpose. You are now feeling your power, and by seeing your inner strength and determination pay off, be proud of this moment and let it carry you forward. Now, the other card that fell out is betrayal revealed. And the situation that you're in right now will reveal to you the intention behind it, whether it's betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You're being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. You're going to get to this point. You're going to figure it out. You're going to know the truth, and you're going to come complete and full circle around. How long it takes is completely up to you. You go at the pace that you need to go through. So we're going to do the Inner Child Oracle for Leo. This is the second deck that they asked me to please use. Is it? Yeah. That's a lot of cards. Wow. You do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support at this time. It's never wrong by saying that you need help. Just remember to think first on who you're asking for help. Run wild. Let your inner child run forth. Say yes. Now it is time to be open and receive. And I feel like I have to go back to this card. I feel like this card is coming up, Run Wild. As a child, you were probably not allowed to do that. You were probably told no. You were probably told you have to be proper, you have to be prim. I have the picture of a little boy or a little girl in their Sunday best, but this was like all the time for you. Almost like you didn't have a real childhood that you should have had. And that's something that you missed. You can still have that. You know what? If you feel embarrassed by people seeing you, go out into nature, go on a hike, be by yourself, and then just act crazy. Do that. Say yes. Now is the time to be open for receiving. So manifesting, again, our words are spells. Be very careful how you manifest what it is that you're looking for. If you need to write it down to make sure that you use concise words, and I'll give you an example, and I gave this example in the Cancer reading as well. I always used to say, I want to be financially free or financially independent. And then on my Instagram page, one of the people that I watch, Adonis Borges, I hope I'm saying his name right. He said, when you manifest, you need to be specific. He's like, stop saying financially free. He said homeless people are financially free. And I was like, oh, no, that is so true. I never saw it that way. So sorry, my team. That is so true. Homeless people are financially independent. They're financially free. And he's like, stop using those words. I was like, oh my God, what have I been doing to myself? I didn't even think about that. So be specific. Now I say I want to be financially abundant. I want to be financially sovereign instead of the other two words that I used to say. So just a little learning lesson there for you guys. Let go of the past. It is time to envision a new story. And this, again, when you were a child, maybe someone said no to you and it really hurt you. Maybe someone did something to you that should never have been done to you. How long are you going to hold on to that? Have you processed it? Have you worked through it? If you haven't, it's time to do it now so that you can let it go and let God. And you can move forward. This has nothing to do with forgiving other people. It has to do with forgiving yourself and understanding that in order for you to move forward, this has to happen. Okay? I had to let go a lot of things in the past. So I know some of you, whoever's watching this might think, oh, well, you don't know what happened to me. Well, you don't know what happened to me either. I let go of all of my past because I understand that they are learning lessons. They are stepping stones to higher manifestations and what I wanted to do. They are stepping stones to the enrichment of my soul, of my higher self. You are worthy. Wow. You are worth it all, my love. See? You don't think that you're worthy, but you are worthy. You have to see that within yourself in order to manifest that great love that it is that you're looking for. You can't manifest a great love if you don't believe that you're worthy of it. Disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. And you see the beautiful lights there in the darkness. All right, any more cards for the inner child oracle? But please let go of your inner child. Do stupid stuff. Do things that you used to do or you would have done when you were a kid. Like when I was a kid, we had this huge hill and we had a bike with no brakes and we would all be like, okay, let's go down the hill and let's see who stops without getting killed. I mean, we were kids. We were Gen Xers, but that's the stuff that we used to do. We would play baseball in the middle of the street and be like, car, and the car would come by. There were so many things that we used to do when we were kids. If you didn't get to experience that, go do it now. Do it with your kids if your kids are still little as well. Show them that stuff. Yeah, that kind of was stupid of us doing that with the bike, but it was fun when we went down. We got hurt a lot, but it was fun. Pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. And this is really the theme for the month. The theme for the month is love. Abundance of love for yourself. Not love coming to you from another source, not you looking for love in all the wrong places. love for yourself. One of the songs that I keep hearing is that song Turning Point by Sleeping at Last, the one from some Twilight. Sit and close your eyes and listen to the song. But when you listen to the song and they're saying, I have waited 1,000 years and it's for you, say it to yourself. What are you willing to do for love for you? What are you willing to say to yourself? All of the sweetest words that remain should be for yourself. Once you get to that point, then that mirror image will come to you. You don't want the mirror image that you have right now. Okay, that's what they're telling me. Ooh, look at that. I put the cards in backwards. Okay. So we're moving on to the next to the next deck of cards, which is the Christ consciousness card. So they're having me use that one a lot. The other day I used Mary Magdalene as well. Christ consciousness cards, and this is by Amanda Ellis. She also has a channel on YouTube, so she does a lot of channeling, a lot of real world channeling. She channels a lot of different people that have passed on, so you should take a look at her channel as well. Knights of Visual, prepare and get ready. That's what Christ consciousness is telling you. Christ is telling you, prepare and get ready. What's coming is so much more beautiful, so much better than you could have ever have imagined. Sisterhood, the feminine way. And this is something that is happening a lot right now. We are going back into our feminine. We're pulling our feminine back towards us. And that's for both men and women, because we have all been functioning in our masculinity way too long. Faith over fear. You can cope. You can do this. And you can ask the creator, source, God, whatever name you have, for what is the infinite power of the universe to help you through this. You can ask your guides at night and say, give me clarity in the situation, help me through the situation, and you will get different dreams that will help you out. Gratitude, appreciation, and thanks. Have gratitude for everything. Have gratitude for the little things. Have gratitude for even the things that you think are going wrong, because they're not going wrong. Forgetting your wallet and having to go back home is not something that happened that's negative. You're being saved from something. Okay? Someone cutting you off in the middle of the road and speeding off in front of you, that person is saving you from something. It helps you to slow down and maybe not get into a car accident. Okay, so think of it that way. And I always say, guys, get that person home safely. I always say that because you never know what someone else is going through. Being in that point in your life where you're that in love with yourself, you have more empathy for other people and what they're going through, even when they're being Karens, even when they're doing that, Living from the heart, soften and open. Look at that, guys. Living from the heart, soften and open. That's what we're talking about. One more from this deck, please. One more from this deck of Christ consciousness. What do you have to say to Leo today? What do we have to say to Leo today? What does Leo need to know? Sacred sexuality, healing, and connecting. So that gets us in line with what I was talking about before with the health spread, sexual organs. This is your root chakra. Take care of your root chakra. There are a lot of sound healing and sound baths, things like that you can listen to that are specifically for the root chakra on YouTube. Look and see which channels you like the most and have discernment and everything. There are some channels that I have listened to that I felt like are draining, are pulling energy out. So be very, very careful with them. See how you feel. If you feel drained or if you feel overly exhausted or overtired, don't go back to that channel because they're probably draining energy out of you. Yes, there are people in the spiritual community who are not here to help. They're here to actually, they're vampires and they're here to actually pull energy from you. So be very, very careful who you watch, who you listen to, okay? Have discernment. All right. Okay, so the next deck that we're going to use is going to be the angelic cards. And they want me to pull these cards because they want you to be able to have an archangel or an angel or seraphim that you can actually meditate with, pray to, whenever you need discernment or whenever you need clarity in a situation. Okay, let's see. So what is the archangel for Leo for the month of July? What is the archangel for Leo for the month of July? And this can change from time to time. We all have our own guardian angel that you can speak to, but the archangels or seraphims can change depending on the situation that you're in at this very moment in time. Okay, what is Leo? You're telling me to pick a card from the middle. Oh, so wow. Archangel Preminilek. Be conscientious, cooperate with others for their highest good and for your highest good as well. You can ask this archangel for clarity when you go to bed at night. You can meditate on a question, ask the question, write the question down and say, hey, I need clarity on this. Are you able to help me out? And you should be able to, usually it comes as a dream, and have something that you can write on so that you don't forget what the dream is in the morning. All right, so next, the moon cards for you, for Leo. Let's see if we get the same two cards that fell out before I came on. All right. Next for Leo. What does Leo need to know? Holy Spirit, Christ Consciousness, Mary Magdalene, Mary Mother, my spirit team, dragons. What does Leo need to know for July 2025? What does Leo need to know for July 2025? What does Leo need to know for 2025? They're telling me to pick this top card here. And the bottom. Oh, wow. You and your loved ones are safe. You are very close to achieving your goal. Oh, wow. Take time to breathe. To breathe it out. Look at that. Take time to breathe it out. Take time for yourself. It is not vanity to take care of yourself, to get your hair done, get your nails done, have a spa day, go out and say, you know what, I'm going to have brunch by myself, for myself, and no one's going to bother me. Turn off your phone and just take time for you. Go out in a walk with nature, speak to the trees, thank all of the elements and the elementals, thank all of the souls of the trees, the mountains, everything. Have gratitude for the life that you're living and the lessons that you've learned. What else does Leo need to know? A win-win outcome is forecasted. So you're going to be okay. Release the negative energy. Release the anxiety and the thoughts that you have been having of whether you should or you shouldn't. Remember, the first thing that was said was that this situationship, they didn't even call it a relationship. This situationship has run its course. All right? Okay, let's see. Ooh. It's a time to give rather than take. And meditate and contemplate. Wow. Meditate and contemplate. Your spirit guides are always with you. They're always waiting for you to ask for guidance, they're always waiting for a job. So, speak with them. Speak to your higher self as well. Oop. Am I keeping these cards? Because they all flipped over the same time. Okay, yeah. So they're telling me keep all four of them. So the first one we have is the initiation, a rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So you will cross that threshold. When you will cross it is completely and totally up to you, because what we manifest and what we want to come to fruition will come through when we are ready. That's all what divine timing is. Divine timing is you being ready. So get yourself ready. Inner temple, devotion, and tune into the portal of your heart. Tune into you. This is all confirmation on top of confirmation on top of confirmation, guys. Cards are giving us the same information over and over again. Boundaries. How many times have we spoken about boundaries? We're in 35 minutes. This is like what, the fourth time we spoke, we boundaries come up, and I'm going to show you the card. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You need better boundaries. Treat yourself. And and the first thing that comes to me is the song. I have to look him up. So I have to look him up because I want you to know what this song is. They want me to tell you this is the singer, and he talks about he's in love with someone, and she treats herself like the TSA, like this is this my body is a TSA, and you need to, this is my boundary. And it's one of the things in the song that I think is amazing because, hey, that's boundaries right there. Hosier. It's Hosier, and I can't remember which song it is. I love it. To be with. Amen. Amen. Take Me to Church. That's the one. So when you listen to that song, Take Me to Church, you'll hear where he talks about she treats her body like it's the TSA. Yes, those are boundaries, and it's healthy to have boundaries. Don't just give it away all willy-nilly, okay? When you have sex with another person, what you are doing is that it's not just physical, it's spiritual. Your spirits are uniting. And every person that person's been with, and every person that you've been with, if you haven't healed, is coming right along for the ride, and any demons that they might have. So make sure that you heal, and make sure you're not giving it away all willy-nilly. Treat your body like it's a TSA, baby. Because guess what? I'm worth it. Okay? Hello, my love. He's back. I know. You got to give me a couple of minutes. We're almost done. All right, so let's see. What else does Leo need to know? What else does Leo need to know? Ooh. Trust in your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? That's a good question to ask yourself, because you are supported. You are supported in the spiritual realm, believe it or not. You have an entire team waiting for you to ask for help, to ask the right questions. If you knew that you were supported 100%, what would you do? Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? This is probably the third or fourth time we talk about mirror. Remember, if something triggers you, that is your responsibility. Why is this triggering me? What is it that I have to learn from this lesson? What is it that happened to me? Go back, meditate on it, think about it. Ask your soul team. I'll ask your soul tribe. What is it that I need to learn from this? Why is this triggering me? They will show you what it is in dreams. They will show you what's going on or what happened that might trigger you so that you can move forward in your life. Are there any other decks that we should pull? Are there any other decks that we should pull? They're telling me the divine feminine. We're very, very big on the divine feminine lately. As I said, we're all going back into that divine feminine, into the divine love of the mother. Remember that before the patriarchy took over, it was all about the mother. It was all about the womb. The womb was sacred. The womb was worshipped. Because remember, without the womb, there is no life. Okay? What was worshipped was the mother. Women were the shamans. Not that men couldn't be shamans, but if they were to be chosen as a shaman, it was a spiritual choosing, and they would have to go off with the women to learn. But as this happened, the men became jealous and started to, conspire to have the patriarchy instead of a matriarchy. Hence, the religions that are formed, which should not have been formed at all. Jesus did not come here to form a religion. Jesus came here to tell us that we are a part of Source. We are from Source. We are tethered to Source, and we don't need a middleman to speak to Source. We speak to Source on a daily basis. And by having gratitude, by loving ourselves. And that's one of the messages that Source is very intent on us having, that we must love ourselves as Source loves us. Okay. So this will probably be the last deck for Leo. And I know I have a lot of messages off from Not the Deck. Those messages are for you, Leo. It is a general reading, but the messages are still for you. And this will come to you when you are ready. If it triggers you, again, why? What is the lesson? Okay, Leo? What does the Divine Mother have to say? Mayoshan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. Another card on giving and receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Wow. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. What does that tell you? What does that remind you of? How many times have we spoken about this? Okay. So they want me to continue with the deck. And it's just confirmation on top of confirmation. Confirmation on top of confirmation. Yes. That's the best way to know whether or not spirit is there. Okay, what does Leo need to know, Spirit? What does Leo need to know? Just take the top dot card. Kali, Mother of the Universe, I release all that does not serve me. It is time to be the truth of who I am. Wow. And Kali's very powerful. You are very fortunate to have Kali come up in this reading. She is the truth. So she is very truthful in who she is and what she wants. And that's what she wants for you right now, Leo. Speak your truth. All right, one more card for Leo, and then we'll do a chakra healing for your root and your heart chakra. Mary Magdalene. How? Thank you, Mary Magdalene. The apostle to the apostles, because we know that there were 12 female apostles as well as 12 male apostles, and Mary Magdalene was one of them. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. And what she is saying is that we can have heaven on earth. We are bringing forth heaven on earth. And this is something that you can do as well in your life, Leo. Call on Mary Magdalene. Call on Kali. Call on Mayoshan. Call on Amaterasu for guidance. They are here. They come up on the deck for a reason. Oh, wow. It's 2 cards. Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. Yes. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction, guys. Oh, Joan of Arc, Leo, come on. And Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light. I am that light. Yes, you are that light. It's a remembrance, and they're trying to remind you of who you are, Leo. Male or female, it doesn't matter. Don't get your panties twisted. Don't get your boxes twisted. We all carry the male and the female. These are the entities that want you to know that you are worthy, that you are a being of light. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. Ask them for help. Ask them for assistance. Okay, guys? All right, so I just want to do a little bit of a chakra healing with my crystal wand for your heart and your root chakra. All right. A little bit of light language, maybe. We'll see what comes through. Hello, team. How are you today? And hello again. Can I have someone come in and help with the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the heart chakra, please? Okay. And can we make them go clockwise, please? Can we dust them off? Can we clean them out? Root chakra looks very, very, it's almost kind of like an oily, dark, tarish substance. So I want you, can we clean that up, please? Can we make that shine? Can we add diamonds, please? And can we make them go faster and faster, please? Okay, let's look at the heart chakra. Can we put an emerald in the heart chakra, please? Can we also put a ruby in the heart chakra? Can we make it spin, please? Thank you. Faster, please. Faster, please. Faster, please. Ashamane, Ashamana, Ashamane Tomana, Asamane Sumane Samana, Asamane Sumane Samana. Ashamane, Ashamana. Faster. Thank you. Thank you. Can we make them go faster, a little bit faster, please? And can we put diamonds in all the chakras, please? And can we make sure that they're all in sync and they're all going clockwise as well? Thank you. Let's dust them off. Let's dust them off and make sure that all of that dust, all of that substance goes down to the earth, down to the mother, down to the goddess, down to Gaia, where she will replenish and return back into the earth as loving life force, as light force from the creator as well. Okay. That's going to be her lifeblood. And I thank you. I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for helping with this cleansing. Thank you so much. Thank you, elements. Thank you, elementals. Thank you, team. Thank you, Christ consciousness. Okay, guys. Right. So I leave you with the information. Remember that you are sovereign. Remember that you are worthy of love and of everything that your heart wants to manifest. And do not dim your light for anyone. And do not change for anyone. Okay? I hope that this finds you happy and healthy and at your very highest manifestation. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, I forgot. Before we end it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot. And share this video with anyone that you know that is also a Leo that might need it. Okay? Bye-bye.